Hey legends, Frazer Brookes here, coming to you live today from Dubai. If you can hear me loud and clear, do me a massive favor, drop a 5 in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Love it, love it, love it. Chris, Vid, Grazia, Nicola, Chris, Jane, Carrie, Petra, Laurie, Carly, let's go, Steve, Davinia, Jennifer, love it, Veronica, amazing. So many cool names. Marcy, Heidi, Sergio, Juliana, Martine, Diane, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so I know a bunch of people are just jumping onto the call. I'm just admitting them into the room now, but I'm excited because this is our implementation day, our implementation training, and I've got 4 chapters, let's say this is like a 4-part training today on what I would do if I was you. What are the steps that I would take in order for you to take all this knowledge of what's happened over the last week with Content and Conversion Summit and actually move your business forward. Because there's no point, I've mentioned this before, there's no point in having a load of shelf help, meaning you make all your notes, then you fold the book up, and then you put it on a shelf, right? It's only going to become self-help as I've got Tony Robbins on my desk as well, smiling at me like, well said, sir. Well said. It only becomes self-help when you actually take the shelf help and you actually take action, right? Which you guys know, and that's why you're here. And I know you're here because obviously you got so much value from Content and Conversion Summit that you got the All Access Pass. So feel free to go through all the content as often as you want. But to be honest, I'm recording this and I would expect that you would go over this the most, right? Because everything I'm going to cover is going to include almost everything that was mentioned in different ways. But I just really want to simplify, because if you can simplify things, you can unify your team to do the simplified thing. And if you simplify things to unify, then you actually go and fly, right? It's just so important. It's so important to actually unify. Like, if you keep things simple, then your team will do the simple thing. And when they do the simple thing, when a lot of people do it, you will fly, right? That's just how this works. So I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I did schedule 90 minutes. If we get done sooner, then it's because I've got straight to the point. I don't want to go too long just for the sake of it. And if you have to jump off because you've got different calls, different meetings, different family commitments, whatever it might be, it's bedtime, whatever that might be, feel free to drop off and tune in on the recording, as long as you trust yourself to actually go through the recording. I know how it is when I've bought recordings of things before and I don't go through the recordings. I said I was going to, but I don't freaking do it. All right? That's just being real. All right, so the first point is actually knowing your sales process. Now, some of you guys will have heard me talk about this before, but I talk about it over and 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 over again because it's important. But when we want to come and simplify, and obviously this is sales process. If you want to win in network marketing, you have to know what to do next. 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 Why? Because the mother of all fears is the fear of judgment, right? The mother of all fears is the fear of judgment. And people feel like the fear of judgment comes when they don't know the answer to something next, right? Like, oh, it's a pyramid thing. What do I say? Ah, ha, ha, he doesn't know what to say. Oh, no, they're judging me. Like, oh, yeah. Like, and people are going to throw objections at you just to test you, right? They're going to throw objections at you just to test you to see what you say because they think that that's what they're going to have to tell other people, right? Because that's what they're going to get from other people. Oh, how's that little business? How's that side business? When are you going to get a real job? Isn't that thing a scam? Doesn't the people at the top make all the money with that? They want to see how you handle it. And if you don't know what to do next, you freeze. And if you freeze, you then start thinking, what are they thinking about me? Oh my God, they think I'm an idiot. They think I'm an idiot. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Right? So anyway, the first part of the simplified sales process is understanding that there's 3 things that we need to do. Number 1, is you've got to be having conversations every day. If you're not having conversations every day, you are not a network marketer. You are a not-work marketer, let's say, right? Because that's what network marketers are being paid for doing. Network marketers are paid to be having conversations with people. Now, there are different levels of conversation. There's conversation about the product. There's conversation about the business. There's conversation about their goals. There's conversation about their interests. There's conversation to build rapport. There's so many different levels. There's so many different levels of conversation. I'm going to need a lot of green tea today, by the way. My throat is still completely destroyed. It's getting better. Then I do a live and it gets worse. And I do a training and it gets worse. And then I don't speak for like 3 hours and it gets better. And then it gets worse. But anyway, whatever. So like how many conversations, track that number. Like how many conversations with new people are you having every week? Now, for those of you who are in our inner circle, we talk about this a lot. Like, how many new contacts? How many people did you ask the question to? How many people did you like? We asked like how many people. Just start tracking, like how many conversations, new conversations you had this week. Now, you might have 132 conversations this week, but none of them might not be new. That's okay. But like your goal is to have new conversations. The second thing. Presentations. Now I'm going to set you a challenge. The 100 presentation challenge. And a lot of you are going to crap the bed. You're going to poop your pants when you hear this, right? The 100 presentation challenge is from the 1st of June, and if you're watching this on a recording and it's like the 1st of July, then it starts on the 1st of July for you. But it's the 27th of May right now as we do this live. From the 1st of June until the end of the year, there's 7 months, which is basically 200 plus days. The goal is to do 100 presentations in that time. Now, before you poop your pants, or you throw your toys out the pram and you go, oh, blah, 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 blah. Right? If you don't hit 100, no one's gonna cry, no one's gonna die, no one's gonna know. You'll know, but if you aim for 100 and you do 40, that's 40 more than you were gonna do. If you aim for 100 and you end up doing 300, flipping good work. Now here's the rule of the presentation. You have to do it. No tool, no leverage of the upline. You've got to say the words. And here's what some of you guys will think. There'll be a few things. Oh, but I'm not good at doing the presentation. Great, because you won't say that next year. Because you'll be freaking awesome at it. Oh, but I don't want to waste my prospect. You're not wasting anyone. You either earn or you learn. And the more you learn, the more you earn. So then you win. And in fact, the person who learns more earns more, because you could earn just by fluke, by luck. But the person who learns and earns is learning through skill and grit. So this could be like a Zoom call, me and Petra. Hey, Petra, love the background with the flutes and the nice, is that like an aloe plant? I think it's like, there's a cool freaking plant behind you, right? So like, let's say me and Petra are on a Zoom call, and I'm just going to tell the words to Petra. Now, it might not be an official presentation with a flip chart and a whiteboard and slides. It might just be presenting my story, the reason why I joined, the reason why I believe Petra should have a look and a closer look. She says, I want more information. Okay, great. Well, this is how it works. Like, you're basically giving the information about what the presentation is. Now, doesn't mean that you shouldn't use tools. Right? Your team should use it. But like, you're setting the goal of, I'm going to do 100 presentations by the end of 2025 so that I want to do more presentations. Because if you do presentations, you get better at speaking and you understand people way more. All right? And let me give you some numbers. Like, I love numbers. Men lie, women lie, people lie, numbers don't lie, right? Numbers are just numbers. 1 + 1 is always 2. If you do just one, and again, this works out like one presentation every other day. You could do 5 presentations on a Monday and then nothing for the rest of the week, and you'll smash through the goal. But if you do one presentation a week, and you suck Like you're the world's worst network marketer and you just get one person to join every 10 presentations, this is what happens. You start as one. If you're with a partner doing it, then there's two of you, but there's one position, right? You do one presentation every single week, and you recruit one person every 10 presentations, which means one person every 10 weeks. So at the end of the year, if you set this standard in your team, you will have a team of 7. Because you will have got 5 people, and then a couple of people in the team will have got one person. At the end of year 1, you'll have 7. Not so amazing. But at the end of year 2, you'll have 50 people. You'll have 50 people who are doing the presentation every single week. One presentation every single week. At the end of year 3, you have 350 people. It's now starting to look like something, right? And by the way, a presentation is counted no matter how many people are in the room. If there's 1, it's 1 presentation. If there's 5 people, it's 1 presentation. If there's 100 people, it's 1 presentation. Why? Because you do the presentation once. You don't do it 100 times when you do 1 to 100. You do it once. All right. At the end of year 4, 2,500. And at the end of year 5, 18,000 plus people. Now, a few things on this, a few disclaimers. Number 1, if you do 1 presentation a week, I don't understand why you're on this call. Because you're telling me and the universe and the rest of 123 people on here, I want to grow my business. That's why I'm here. There's probably 1,000 plus people who bought the All Access Pass who aren't on this call right now because they've got other commitments, who bought the All Access Pass because just buying the All Access Pass is just going to make them successful. Doesn't work that way. Be freaking awesome if it did. $37. Millionaire. Oh. No, it unfortunately doesn't work that way, right? So, number 1, if you're only doing 1 presentation a week, then I would ask you, like, what are you actually doing with the rest of the time? And if you only get 1 out of 10, like 10 presentations, 1 sign up, then there's some skill involved there to get you to the 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10, because that's the numbers you're looking for. 3 to 5 out of 10 when you do a proper presentation, 1-to-1, face-to-face, online or offline. Those are the numbers you're looking at. On the other side is you will get super frustrated because you'll have a team of 50 people and it will feel like you're the only one doing it. But if you're not doing it, your team aren't doing it. If you're making notes, write this down. Your team will do 50% of what they see you do and 100% of what they see you don't do. So your team will do 50% of what they see you do and 100% of what you don't do, or what they see you don't do. So if you don't attend events, they're not attending events. If you attend events, half of them will attend events. If you do presentations every week, some of them will do presentations every week. If you don't do presentations every week, they ain't going to do any presentations any week, right? So you have to do it just to set the standard. These numbers aren't going to be exactly like this, but I can tell you, someone like Sandro, who we've talked about before, or Mariana, these people who I've coached and I've worked with over the years, their teams have got a 0 on the end of this 18,000, and they haven't been involved for 5 years yet, because they're not doing 1 presentation a week; they're doing 5 presentations a week, right? But not everyone is going to do it, and that's just your goal is to look out for that. But you set the standard. Leadership, which is the 3rd point here, leadership development. Leadership development is the 3rd thing when it comes to the structured sales process, or the 3 things you need to do to really simplify things. If you can have conversations every week, leading them to 1 presentation a week, and leadership development is simply leading yourself so that you know how to lead other people to lead themselves. Sounds like a bit of a riddle, so I'm going to say it again. because it is more simple than it sounds, right? Leadership is leading yourself so that you're capable of leading another person to lead themselves. If you're not leading anyone, it's because you don't believe that you can lead yourself. Or, hey, if you're not leading anyone, it's because you haven't got a team yet of people to lead. But that's all it is. So every single day, it should be, what am I doing to start conversations? Of the people I am having a conversation with, how many of them am I going to have a presentation with this week? And then, what am I doing to become a better leader? What resources am I tuning into? What mentors am I listening to? What people am I associating myself with? What habits have I got? What discipline am I creating? What does my calendar look like? How am I using Saga, for example? Like, all these things, all these things matter. All right? So, that's like the three. If you want to just remove everything if you want to just like remove everything that you've just got from the Content and Conversion Summit, and you're left with these three things that you actually do daily, your business will move forward. But a lot of you guys, you're majoring in minor things, and you're minoring in major things. Meaning, you're getting really freaking good at the things that don't matter. The things that don't matter are things that aren't mentioned here. Like, oh, you know what? I took a class in the TikTok algorithm. I'm now a qualified TikTok algorithm specialist. Doesn't freaking matter. Or you know what? I can help anyone go from 20. I can go from anyone to go from 20 story views a week or on a story to 28 story views a week. I am a pro at getting comments on my posts on Facebook. I spend 72 hours a week on a group that I created on Facebook all about yoga. It's a great community. Good for you. You're majoring in minor things. It doesn't freaking matter. And you're minoring. You're like, oh, I didn't really have any conversations. I was too busy running my group. Oh, I couldn't do a presentation because I was figuring out how the TikTok algorithm worked. Oh, I couldn't tune into the John Maxwell podcast or audiobooks that you mentioned because I was doing thumbnails for my YouTube video. I'll tell you this, guys. I'll let you into a little secret that shouldn't be a secret. People are making millions of dollars convincing you that you need all the minor things, which is then stopping you from doing the major things. Now, who loses out by you knowing that? I do. But I would rather you win. I would rather you win because more of you winning means it's more fun for me, right? I see you guys. I'm like, Jane's crushing it. I'm like, woo, yeah, go on, Jane. I get a kick out of that. I see Claire. She's got the Dare to Dream Barcelona screen behind her. Like when I see her at Barcelona, I'm going to say, hey, how many of the 100 did you do? She goes, I did 72. I'll be like, freaking hell, that's awesome. She's like, I know. Should I tell him that I only did 7 instead of 72? I'm only kidding. She'll crush it, right? So anyway, yeah, get focused, right? Get focused. And that's part of here, right? That's part of this. Leaders are focused. Leaders are consistent. So part of Content and Conversion Summit is a test to see how many of you get distracted because there's a lot of tactics. But again, it's all about the tactics were how to have conversations, genuine conversations, how to do presentations. And hopefully you got an idea of the leaders who are on the calls, how they show up, how they are energetically, how they're also different languages, different parts of the world. That's the idea when we bring 10 different people on, is for you to get an idea of who's different and who's not, or who you relate to and who you don't to. So it was the first time we had 9 women and 1 guy, which is pretty cool because girl power. Is it? Can I say girl power? No, I can't say girl power, but I am saying it for you, for the women out there. And for the men, like men united, right? Not Man United, terrible. Men united, okay? All right. Let's go. Okay, so I'll just give you the sales process. I've talked about this a lot before. I did cover it on Content and Conversion Summit, but the reason why I mention it a lot is because it's actually very, very important. So number 1, is we need to connect. Right? We need to start conversations. We need to connect with people. How do we connect with people? However the flipping heck you want to connect with people. Right? Like, don't overcomplicate it. Again, don't major in minor things. Minor things is, how do I get the perfect script? A major thing is, how do I just connect with someone? It could be a post that you see. Like, so Laurie makes a post. I connect with that post. I'm going to comment, and then I'm going to message her and say, Laurie, freaking awesome post. Love that. Or I see Claire. Claire's got an Instagram story, and I'm like, oh, Claire, that's an amazing dog. Like, what's the dog? I'm just going to connect. Or I see Chris, and Chris has got a really cool photo of the Amazon rainforest. Don't know why I mentioned the Amazon rainforest, but we have, right? And I'll be like, Chris, that's awesome. Have you been to the Amazon? He's like, yeah, I've trekked it like 5 times. I'm like, what the heck? Like, that's step one. I just want to connect. I just want to connect. I just want to connect. Okay? Now, again, question you could ask yourself is, how many new connections am I making? With the intention to have a conversation. And you could say connections is the step before a conversation. Like, you can't have a conversation without having a connection, right? Now, my circles have gone on a very downward trajectory here. That's I'm redoing that one. Please be better. Oh, yes. All right. Second step is inviting. If you're having conversations for the sake of having conversations, because Frazer said having conversations is going to make me successful, having conversations is going to make you successful if understanding people, but it's not going to make you successful in network marketing unless you move them to a presentation. So inviting, this is to ask the question, right? A script that simply gets someone from like just chit chat to actually looking at the business. And again, a lot of you are majoring in minor things. Oh, but I connected with them on yoga. I connected with them on horse riding. I connected with them because they live in Mississippi too. Now, how do I talk about the product? Oh, how do I talk about the business? Oh, it's so weird to go from Formula One to the business. It just feels wrong. It just doesn't feel authentic. No, it is authentic. It is real, because the last conversation you had with a friend, you probably talked about handbags, and then you ended up talking about Formula One, and then you ended up talking about how much time your partner's playing golf, and then you're talking about cameras, and then you're talking about a red dress that you were going to buy, and then you were talking about the holiday you're going. How have you gone from handbags to holidays? It's conversation. It's natural. So you got to ask the question to invite someone. If they say yes, great. If they say no, great. Major in the major things. The major things are things that actually matter, all right? It's not weird. You know what? It's only weird if you make it weird. And if they make it weird, then and you haven't made it weird, then it's not on you. Next. You probably don't want that weirdo in your team. You ask them the question, they make it weird. Okay, you're weird. I don't want you in the team. See you later. But you don't actually say that to them, right? Oh, God, no, Helen, you're weird. Oh, God. Oh, thanks for letting me know that you're a weirdo. Oh, so I dodged a bullet there. Whew. Helen, we love you. I was just using your name as an example. I hope you know that, right? I don't want Helen thinking like, oh my God, he knows. He knows I'm weird. No, I'm kidding. Love you, Helen. All right, cool. So, number 3. Number 3 is informing. Haha, she's all good. All right. Number 3 is informing. Informing is simply giving someone the information, or informing someone of what you're doing. Now, this would be the presentation, right? For our Aussie friends, I'm calling it Prezzo, because those guys love to shorten every single word. An avocado is an avo. A presentation is a prezzo. A registration is rego. Like, oh, what time are you going to rego? Why don't you just say registration? Anyway, I love it. Prezzo is also a great Italian restaurant in the UK, and I guess different parts of the world. If you've never been, go. Does good pizzas there. An afternoon is an arvo. If you've ever been to Australia, you'll know. If you've never been to Australia, go. It's fun. That rhymed. All right. So informing is the presentation. Now, although we have the 100 presentation challenge, if it's easier for you, if it's easier for you to use a tool, then use the tool. But remember, every single time you do the easy thing, you become a weaker network marketer. And the goal is not to be the top rank. The goal is to become a top leader. Top leaders do the hard thing. Top ranks, they do the easy thing. But top ranks, they're also the top, like top leaders get to the top rank, if that makes sense. A few people have messaged me privately saying, am I recording? Yes, I am recording on another device. So you won't see recording on here. Recording in process. You won't be hearing that on your end, but it's recording on my end. So thank you so much for those of you reaching out. Super important that we're doing that. All right, so informing is a presentation. Again, if you have a tool, use a tool. But remember, try and do the hard work. The goal here is to be having so many connections and conversations, inviting so many people that you're not bothered if you mess the presentation up, because there's plenty more fish in the sea, right? For those of you who remember your first heartbreak, your first breakup, and you go to your mum, you go to your dad if they're around or if you were able to, you're like, Mum, I don't know, I'm never gonna love again. I loved her. Or I loved him, like he was the one, like, and your dad or your mum turns around to you and goes, no, there's plenty more fish in the sea. A week later, you're like, yeah, you're right, Mum. Don't know why I loved her anyway. Didn't love it. No, it wasn't love. I was confused. And your dad's like, Or your mum's like, yeah, I know. You got to learn, right? So anyway, that's what happened to me anyway. No, it didn't. It did, kind of. Did it sound like it did? Oh, God, it did. All right, anyway, fourth one. The circles are getting weirder and weirder. Like, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just how it is, all right? Sometimes I apologize for my writing because it is not so easy writing on a vertical board and speaking at the same time. So fourth step is serving. So once you've connected and then you've invited and then you've informed, then you've got to serve. Now, serving is a reframe on following up. Because I know some of you guys have considered to go to the doctor to say, I don't know why I get so sick when I have to speak to someone. It's this like weird feeling of like, I just want to vomit because they're going to reject me. What do I do? Is there any painkillers? Is there any drugs for it? Can I start smoking marijuana to help me get whatever, right? You guys, like, just start thinking of it that you're serving someone to make a decision instead of following up to see if they've made a decision. Right, like, hey, just following up. What did you think? The dog's going to go nuts in a minute because anytime there's a knock on the door, he goes ballistic. So he'll hear that through like 3 sets of doors of it. What was that? Knock, knock, knock. Right? So again, super important that it's not, don't think of it as following up, just think of it as serving. Whenever you're going to follow up with someone, know the question or the story you're going to say. Right? If it's a question you're going to ask or a story you're going to share. All right? So question or story. Question or story. So if I'm following up with Laurie and I know the last time I spoke to Laurie said, you know what? I haven't got the time. Then I'm going to follow up with, hey, Laurie, last time we spoke, time was an issue. Is that still the case? She says, no, I've got loads of time now. Great. Let's give it another go. Let's give it another look. Right? Hey, Laurie, last time we spoke, money was an issue. Is that still the case? No, yeah, you know, I'm still screwed. But like, well, Laurie, I hate to see my friends struggle. Like, let's do something about it. If it's a contact you don't know, then by the time they've got here, you will know them. Because you've connected with them, you've had a conversation, you've invited them, you've informed them, and then you're following up / serving them. Now, if you have a story to tell, because you've had a benefit from the product, or you've had you've hit a milestone in the business, or a customer of yours, or a friend of yours, or someone in a sideline has had something really great happen to them, then tell them, hey, Laurie, last time we spoke, something magical has happened. I just had to tell you because I just know that the same can happen to you. Like so many people, they hit a new rank and go, yes, new rank, bonus check, holiday. Yes, new rank, bonus check, handbag. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's the time that you should be going to every single person who said no or maybe to you. Or yes and hasn't actually started. They said, yeah, I'm in, and didn't actually start. And go tell that story to them. That's when it's go time. When you hit a new rank and the energy's there. When you get a yes and the energy's there, that's when it's like go, 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 go. Not slow, 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 slow. Right? Or no, 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 no. Right? It's go, 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 go. Okay? So, serving, you follow up with a question or a story, and you just have the mindset of, this is helping this person make a decision. It's either going to reconfirm that they're definitely not interested, or it's going to open them up to having another look. Because how many times have you been to an event and you've heard someone go on stage and they share something along the lines of, I was a skeptic, I didn't believe in network marketing, my wife got involved or my husband got involved and I was really against it. It's always the wife gets involved and the husband was a skeptic. Always seems to be that way, and that drives me nuts. But whatever, it is the way for many different cases. And then they turn around and it happens. Leah, for example, who was on day 1 or day 2 of Content and Conversion Summit, dark hair, she'd literally got off the plane, got out the airport, got to a hotel, and we did the interview. Like, she said that she went through, she was from a hater to an educator. And I was like, love that. And she's doing multiple 5-figure months every single month, soon to be $1 million years, right? Crazy. And we think, first time she saw it, nah. Serve, 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 serve. Serving is focusing on transformations. Following up is focusing on transactions. We're not in the transaction business. Yes, a transaction will make you a small amount of money. Transformation will make you a huge fortune. All right? The last step, if I can fit it on. I'm so sorry. That looks like I've spelled laundry. Last step is learn to do your laundry. No, it's not really. It's not really. It's launching. Right? So it's launching, okay? So connecting, inviting, let's go connecting. Connecting, informing, serving, and launching. Once someone does make a decision whether to join the business or not, whether to buy the product or to join the business, then you launch them. Don't be like, okay, great, here's the getting started guide. Let me know when you're finished. They'll look at the getting started guide and go, huh? There are 2 types of people when they buy an IKEA flat pack. The person who does things every single step correctly and it takes them an age to do it. And there's the person who's like, oh, screw it, just give me the manual. Like, oh, manual, we don't need the manual. Right, let's just figure it out. Right? Same with network marketing. There are people who go through the getting started manual diligently. It takes them 7.5 years to complete the getting started manual. And there are some people who are like, I don't need the getting started manual, let's just go. Right? So it's not about saying, here's the getting started manual. It's about giving them bite-sized information. Okay, do this. Once you're done, I'll give you the next step. Do this. Once you're done, I'll do the next step. One thing I would do with social media is this. I'm not going to write it out. I'm going to say it, and because it's recorded, you can go watch. You can go transcribe it if you want. But when someone joins, drop a 1 in the chat if you're involved in a company that sends the product out and it comes in a box, right? So if you have a product and it arrives on the door and it comes in a box. Okay, cool. Now, if you're in a service, I'll show you a different way of doing this, but we'll do the product first. So let's say that Petra, my friend Petra, with the amazing plant in the background, I say to Petra, Petra's just bought the product from me, right? And I'm going to say, I need to launch her. Whether it's a customer or a team member, it doesn't matter. We need to launch because customers can eventually become the best distributors, right? Like there's a lot, again, go to your company event. People will say, I used the product for 3 months. I had a massive benefit. So I started telling my friends, they loved it. Boom. Sandro, my friend Sandro, he now has a team of nearly 200,000 people in less than 5 years. And he freaking fell in love with the product. right? He was like, oh my God, he started telling people about the product and they were like, this is the best product ever. And he was like, oh my God, people actually love it more than I love it. This is crazy. Sold the business side. Anyway, so I go to Petra. Hey, Petra, the box is going to arrive at your house in the next like 2-3 days, right? If you know it's going to come in 2 days, then say it's going to come in the next 3 days, right? Just under promise kind of thing. When it arrives, take a selfie with the box and send it to me. The reason why you do that is because you've now helped them create their first piece of content without them even knowing. Because if I now say to Petra, oh Petra, with the box, before you open it, I've already opened it. Oh no, you've already opened it, no. Can you put all the stuff back in the box and pretend you haven't opened it and then go live? No, right? So the idea is that I'm going to help Petra create her first piece of content and she's going to post that like something magical has just happened, right? Something crazy has just happened. I've made a big decision, and she posts a selfie with the box. So people start saying, what's in the box? And I'm going to encourage Petra, hey, when you open the box, just video the fact that you're opening the box and show people what each product is. There are kids on YouTube making millions of dollars a month by unboxing freaking Disney toys. And there are grown adults making a fortune unboxing and unwrapping old football stickers and Pokemon cards. I don't know what the world's got to. Like grown men unboxing Pokemon cards on video. The world's gone mad, to be honest. But people love to look through other people's lenses. Yes, Carly, people are farting in jars and selling the jars, right? And it's not the jars that people are buying, but it comes in a jar. Anyway, you don't need to take a selfie with that, and you don't need to unbox that. All right, let's just make that clear. Okay, so that is the sales process. Now, with this, our goal is to start conversations, but we need connections. So the real key with the entire summit really is, how do we feed the beast? How do we get more connections so that we can have more conversations? Because I think you guys would agree, if you have more connections, you can have more conversations. If you have more conversations, you can invite more people. If you invite more people, you can inform more people and do more presentations. If you do more presentations, you can serve more people. And if you serve, then you can launch people, right? You can't win a game of tennis without serving. Kind of interesting how that works. And so it's like network marketing is so similar to tennis in a way, right? Anyway, so that's our goal. So the next 3 chapters of this training, that's the first one, is going to be about action, content creation in your feed, and content creation with like lives, reels, and stories. It's not going to be complicated. It's not going to be advanced. It's not going to be technical, because it doesn't need to be. Because again, I don't want you to major in minor things. These are the major things. If you can get really good at connecting and inviting and informing and serving and launching, you'll build a phenomenal business. Simple scales, fancy fails. All right. So let's move into chapter number 2 or 2. Action. Okay. I don't know what's in this tea. It's apparently green tea, but it does not taste like green tea. And there's no farts in jars in there. Just before the chat's like, hang on a minute, did you buy a fart in a jar and put it? No, I didn't. All right. So anyway, yes. So Stefan reminded me, can you please help us with the launching with the services? So if you're in utilities, financial services, travel, then it's not as simple, but you would get them take a selfie with this, like with the back office in the background, right? If there's a piece of paper they get, like take a selfie with that. If there's the travel platform or the financial services, like the markets in the background, then just literally take a selfie. Like, hey, when you've logged into the back office for the first time, just stop for a moment, take a selfie and send it so that I know. Right? So something along those lines. And you can do it. Again, the idea is for them to know they're not alone. but it's also for you to know that they've got a bunch of content. Or you could end up using that selfie and put it on your stories and say, I'm so excited for my friend Charlie because today is the first day of her transformation. Follow her for more. Follow her to keep posted on her journey. Okay. Now, when we talk about action, Michelle, remember Michelle Churchill? I think she was on day one. Yeah. Remember Jessie Lee Energy, like both sections that she did, the summit section and the behind the scenes were just unreal. I love so many things that she shared. She's amazing. Steve said I watched her breakfast show today. Was it good, Steve? Right? I'm curious, right? I watch it from time to time. I coach her one-to-one. I don't coach many people one-to-one, maybe 5 people a year. She's someone I'm coaching at the moment because I just see so much potential with her, and I know that she's going to crush it. She already has, but like even more so. Anyway, so when it comes to action, I'm going to mention like 5 places that you need to spend time with, and this is probably what you're going to be spending the majority of your time on in the beginning, whilst you're waiting for the content, the attraction marketing to really work. All right. So number 1. Whoops. Number 1 is Facebook groups. So do me a favor, drop a 2 in the chat if you use Facebook at the moment. Okay, good. To be honest, I should just say if you have a Facebook account, because it doesn't matter if you use it or not. If you've got a Facebook account, you can do this. So the first place to start connections and therefore conversations are in Facebook groups that link to your interest. We talked about this on the Content and Conversion Summit, right? I don't remember what day it was, day 3 or day 4. But go and strategically remove yourself from every single group that you're in that doesn't serve you. Because you've probably been added into groups over the years, and you've probably joined groups over the years that are just a massive waste of time, right? Like the selling washing machines in the northwest of the UK group. Like, you don't need to be in that group. You might be in a lot. You're going to probably be in. You're probably going to be in more groups than you actually think. So just remove yourself, and then just go and join the ones that are based on things that you genuinely have an interest in. And then be in there. And then go and obviously create content in there about that topic, or go and find pieces of content that you actually want to engage on and start conversations with the people who are engaging in those posts. Now, some of you, because you're majoring in minor things, are already thinking, but what if the rules of the groups that I can't talk about my network marketing business? You're not talking about your network marketing business yet. This is where people get it wrong. They go like, hey, Jane, love your post in that Facebook group about dogs. But anyway, I don't even like dogs. I'm in this group because I like you. I like you. And because I like you, I want you in my team for my income. You're probably not going to succeed in this business, but I am because I'm going to get you in my team, and I'm going to use you for all your contacts. So if you want to take a look, there's a presentation I can send you, but I'm just going to send you a link. Just join. Just believe me. Just trust me. I know we've just met, but I have this connection with you, Jane, and I'll see you on the other side. Jane's like, what? And Jane's going to Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Jane's going to Michelle. Hey, there's a spammer in the group. And Michelle goes, what's his name? Oh, it's Frazer. Oh, yeah, that guy. I've heard about him. Did he say that he's going to use you and abuse you for everything you're worth and take you? Yeah, he did. Yeah. Okay. Booted. Kicked him out. Named and shamed. Like, start conversations based on what the topic of the group is. Now, if the topic of the group is network marketers, then just don't join those groups, because everyone else has probably pitched all those people on their different things. The only thing you should poach is an egg. I know you can poach salmon or fish. I think you can poach fish as well. But you understand. The only thing you should poach is an egg. there's no point in trying to connect with other network marketers. Don't try and shortcut it. You'll become a weak network marketer. Let's start marriages and start relationships with our profession instead of ruining them. All right? So, number 1, Facebook groups. Okay? Number 2, comments on your posts. Like if you've got story posts and people are commenting on them or reacting to them, or you've got a post on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook or on YouTube, start a conversation with those guys. Right? Just start a conversation with those people. They're like the warmest people, like the hottest people for you to engage with on social media are the people who are messaging you. The second hottest are the people who are engaging with you. Right? Content is king, engagement is queen. It's not about the number of followers you have, it's about the number of engagement you get. But for those of you who, again, you're majoring in minor things, you're going, oh, but I don't get any engagement. If only if I had the engagement that Michelle had, I'd have the business that Michelle had. No, I think she said in her talk that none of us are born with social media skills. We all have to learn them. The same with the social media account. All of us start with 0 friends. Remember when you first started on Instagram or Facebook and it said like, do you know these people? Let's follow some pages and join some groups. And you end up going, oh, Tony Robbins. It's like, yeah, Tony Robbins. And then it comes up and says like, if you know Tony Robbins, then you might know, I don't know, Barack Obama. Oh yeah, Barack. And Michelle Obama. And you've got the Avengers of people who you follow. You've got like Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and now you've got Tony Robbins. And it says, would you like to follow Donald Trump? And you're, oh, I don't know. I don't know how, is that going to hurt me? I don't know. So anyway, comments of your own post. Number 3. Oh, wow. Imagine that says comments, please. Okay, just imagine that says comments, because it doesn't. Comments on other people's posts. So if you're not getting the engagement that you want, meaning no one's commenting on your stuff, then number 1, change what you're talking about authentically. I'm going to keep mentioning that word as a joke, right? Because it is a word that gets used a lot, that no one really a lot of people don't actually know what the word actually means, right? But like, be true to yourself, yes, but like, don't be boring. A lot of people say to me, how long should a video be? I say, if it's too boring, it's too long. And if it's too good, it's too short. So it's got to be good enough to keep going, but not waffle and boring where people just jump off, right? Some people have jumped off this call because they find it boring, I guess, right? Anyway, so here we go. Comments in your posts and comments on other people's posts. Leverage the engagement of other people. That's what comments are for. People comment for a conversation. Yeah, Anna, right? The main reason I get loads and loads of conversations right now is I'm authentic, because of my authenticity in my posts. Exactly. But I would also say, Anna, you probably get it. Like, you probably understand the social media landscape. Like, you probably understand, you understand maybe posts. You see posts and you connect with, so then you know how to write posts that other people connect with. And that's just a muscle that you build over time, right? We don't need to fake it till we make it. We just need to be ourselves, but we also do need to know how to write posts, how to speak on social media, how to act. Everyone has like a social media persona, right? It's not that you're going to be a different version of yourself, or it's not going to be that you're faking or you're not being authentic. It's just you're being authentic with that version of you. I need to go a little bit deeper on that maybe at a different point. So again, if you're not getting the engagement, other people are. So leverage that. People comment to have a conversation. Like if I say something and you comment, it's because you want to further that conversation. So if I reply to that and then you respond, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, that's the game. I say something, you say something. 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 Yeah. Good one. Laurie's made a good point there. Ask ChatGPT what to say that sounds authentic, or authentically, right? I've made up words myself during the last 52 minutes. I will tell you something. I saw a clip from Simon Sinek. I freaking love Simon Sinek. I just find him just so inspiring. And he was saying, the clip was basically saying, you could have a fight with your partner, like a verbal fight, obviously. You could have a verbal fight with your partner, and you go onto ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT all about the fight that you had, and ask ChatGPT to give the absolute best response. And it gives you a response that's so good that when you tell your partner it, the partner then says, did ChatGPT give that to you? And you then say, yeah, because you don't lie to your partner. Your partner is going to be absolutely fuming. Fuming that you use ChatGPT, right? Yeah, Emily saw it as well. You saw the same clip. And it made me think like, yeah, ChatGPT can give us ideas and give us guidance and suggest if they feel that this is a good post or whatever. But you do you. If you believe it's not, ChatGPT can help save you. If you're thinking to write an authentic post about politics, and like or religion or like racism, whatever it is, right? Just the things that you should stay away from, and it's gonna say, yeah, probably don't post that. And you're like, okay, all right, thanks ChatGPT. All right, Anna said that I got one post that blew up and it kept going the same way in the following post, so I learned from it. Thanks to you in the summit. Oh, you're welcome, Anna. That's so cool. And that's the key, right? Is to create as much content as you can. We'll talk about that in the next two parts. To create as much content as you can in order to find the winning posts, the patterns that you can see, the successful patterns, so then you can just regurgitate that, right? I noticed that years ago, like maybe 10 years ago on Facebook. I knew that short quotes, I've been doing them for years, like on Facebook, like short written quotes just always blew up. Even today, if I do them, they blew up. Yesterday, I did one on Facebook. I got like 2,200 likes. I was like, what the hell? I just said like, shout out to network marketers chasing their dreams and ignoring the haters. 100 shares, 300 comments, 2,000 likes. I'm like, all right, for Facebook, pretty freaking good. All right, next one. Story viewers, people who view your story. I loved what Michelle does. And I don't know if we were recording when she did this or not. But she was saying that she takes a screenshot when she does her story, right? Or her Instagram story, Facebook story you could do as well. But let's just stay to Facebook. Let's just stay to Instagram story with this. So she would screenshot all of the people who view her story and then upload that into ChatGPT. And then every day, like every time she does a story, like every day's story, let's say, not every single story, but every day's story, do that and ask ChatGPT, who's seeing this for the first time? With the idea that you are going to reach out to those people. There's no flipping point. Just go, oh, thanks for that, ChatGPT. Really appreciate it. No, you got to take action on it. So, you can start conversations and connections with people on Facebook groups, in your comments, in the comments of other people, in the story viewers, obviously people who already know you. The last one, this one's a game changer if you actually do it. Game changer. Anyone want to have a guess at what it is before I share it? No one wants to guess. Game changer. Your followers and friends that you already have. Carly says, duh. You already have 100 Facebook friends. You already have 57 Instagram followers. Some of you have got substantially more than that. So why not start connections and conversations with them? Oh, because I've made 3 posts about my business, they would have seen it by now. No, they wouldn't. Strong network marketers, tough network marketers, good network marketers don't leave it up to the algorithm. My dad, when he built his business, he didn't even have an algorithm. He didn't even have a Facebook, like an algorithm. He said, Frazer, why are people talking about the algorithm all the time? Like, just makes no sense. I'm like, yeah, Dad, because, I mean, I've been there. I used to teach the algorithm, majoring in minor things. Why? Because it got people excited because it was something new. I'm not going to make that mistake again. If they're in network marketing already, then what I would do is I would always be 2 things. I would always provide value to them. So for example, Carol, let's say you've got 10 friends who are network marketers in different companies and you have an okay relationship with them, then I provide them value. Hey, I read this book. It's perfect for network marketers. I just had to share it. If you like me to send the name of the book, let me know. They let you know. You say it's called Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy. And they're like, oh my God, I read it. It was unbelievable. So provide value. The second thing you can do, I don't like mentioning this too much, but if you have a really good relationship with someone in a different company, ask them from time to time, hey, just checking, are you happy where you're at? If they say yes, that's awesome. So happy for you. Go crush it. If they say, funny you asked that, I've just got off a call and it looks like our company are gonna stop the product that got me involved and I'm fuming. Like, hey, I don't want to drag you away from what you're already doing, but you always know that my door's open if you're looking for another home. Like, again, the goal is not to poach people and it's not to use that as an active strategy. It's just if you happen to have good friends in the industry, right? It's positioning. Ask the question. Because I tell you what, when the thing happened with Modere recently, the vultures came out. Oh, I've not spoken to Elizabeth for 17 years. Hey, Elizabeth, so sorry to hear about Modere. We should catch up. Elizabeth is going, you're an arse. Go away. Blocked. But I've known you for 17 years. You haven't known me for 17 years. We've been connected for 17 years. So it's always good to stay in contact with those people. So again, your friends and your family, your friends and your followers, you should be taking action on those people. When I say taking action on those people, like you should be starting conversations with these people regularly. And I don't really know of anyone who's contacted every single follower and every single friend. But why would you start with complete strangers when you already have someone who knows who you are? Start there. All right. That's action. Part 3. You guys enjoying this so far? Drop a 7 in the chat if you're enjoying this so far. 7,500 followers, Laurie. Woo! You got a lot of work. Busy, busy, busy. You're going to have 100 presentations, no problem. All right. The feed. Now, you could say when I said about before, feeding the beast, right? This is how you feed the beast. But what we're really talking about here is content creation on the feed. So I'm going to draw like a funnel for you guys. This is a funnel. And our goal is to get people, blue eyes. There we go. It's Mia and Ava. They both have blue eyes, big blue eyes. So cool. Mia has like super blonde, wavy hair now. It's starting to grow super long. And Ava, we don't really know. It's like it started dark, then it's gone lighter, then it's gone dark again. I don't really understand what happens with newborn hair. It's just, it's there and then it's not there and then it's there again and it's not there again. It's weird, but it's also cool and it's cute. I said to Svetlana, I said, should we shave it off? Should we just shave it off and then we know what color it's going to come through? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. I don't know. I was just playing around with it, but part of me was thinking, say yes. That could be kind of fun. It wouldn't be fun. It's probably child abuse not doing it. All right? So our goal of our funnel is for 3 things. To get people to know us, like us, trust us. You've probably heard that before. We need people to know us, like us, trust us. I would also say that we actually need them to love us. Liking is not enough, because you can like 1,000 people on social media. You can like their posts, but they have to fall in love with us. Not in a weird way. You will have weird people fall in love with you in a weird way, right? But like the goal really is for them to like us so much that they're like, I come on social media just to see your content. Like, I just love what you're doing. So how do we do this? 4 different types of posts. Educational content. I really loved a combination, and I don't really want to reference many of the speakers because I don't want to feel like I've left anyone out, but I really loved what Michelle said with her breakfast show in the morning. Lavonda said about going live every day for 90 minutes. And I really loved what Melissa Brooksy, I really love what Melissa Brooks said about the signature series. Like those 3 things for me, because it was just a great reminder of educating people, right? Like, what's the topic that you can continually talk about? I was meeting with a friend a week ago or so, and he teaches people, like, he really loves cryptocurrency. I don't really understand cryptocurrency. It goes over my head. I know I should spend some time to get to know it a bit better. But he loves it, right? And it gives him so much energy and so much passion that it allows him to live a sustainable business, right? Like in terms of he shows up every single day talking about that topic with people. And that just gives him so much energy to then build his network marketing business, because it then allows him to buy more cryptocurrency, I guess. So what I told him to do was told him go live every day, Monday to Friday, have Saturday, Sunday off just to like recharge, and just pick 10 topics. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And once you've done the 10 lives in the 2 weeks, go back to number 1. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And once you've done those 2 weeks, go back to week 1 and just keep repeating. No one's going to come and say, excuse me, you've already said that 3 times. I've been following you since week 1, and I've been here for now 3 months, and you've said the same stuff every single week. No one's going to say that. And in fact, what happens is when you repeat, people remember it. And when they remember it, they repeat it back to you, like what I've just mentioned in that example. And when people know the stuff that you're talking about, they want to tell other people about it. It's a wild thing that happens. It's a crazy thing that happens. So if you have in fact, let me know in the chat, you guys, what's like one thing that you have like a massive interest in? It could be tied to the product, it could be tied to the business, or it couldn't. Like, it doesn't have to. Homesteading, nice. Nice. Yoga, weight loss, low carb diet, oof, nice. Rock music, marriage, trees, mindset for mums, love it. Cycling, pickleball, wellness, hinching, winning in the second half, love it. Retired life, travel tips, gardening, I missed a few, sorry. Nutrition, mum mindset, handbags, love it. Right. Pick 10 topics. Go on ChatGPT and just ask it. I've got a massive interest in handbags. I want to go live every day for 20 to 30 minutes, Monday to Friday, 10 lives. What are the top 10 biggest things that people want to know about handbags? And it's going to give you, and as long as you go, great, 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 great. If you don't like some, ask ChatGPT to change it out. Now you've got the 10 lives, you've got the 10 titles, bang. Monday, start with number 1, then Tuesday, number 2, Wednesday, number 3, bum, 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 bum. and repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Eventually, something is going to take off for you, but it'll only take off if you're consistent with it. Now, you can do this as reels, you can do these as lives, you can do this in stories, you can do whatever you want. I just see this as live content is the best. All right? Now, in order to get people to like you and love you, you got to create personal content. You got to create personal content. This is one thing that I think Jessie Lee did super well. For those of you who remember Jessie Lee. When she used to do her lives packing up her trials, her trial packs of a product. So with her product, like you could buy like a sachet of like sticks, which would help people, give them like the energy for a day. And she would just like get trial packs. Like she would take them all and trial pack them out and send them out. And she would go live when she's doing that. And she wouldn't like really educate. She would just talk about stuff that's happened in her day. Now, majoring in minor things, but I'm a private person. I don't want people to know. Then don't expect people to like you. Don't try and build a business on social media if you're a private person, because you're going to have to show a little bit of your life. Svetlana and I are private people. We don't show everything about our life. I get a lot of you guys message me saying, when are you going to show more of your behind the scenes life in your stories? At some point, when the girls are a little bit older. But right now, there's milk being vomited all over the place. The dog's pooing by the front door because we live in an apartment and it's too hot here in Dubai. Like, Ava's just farting non-stop. Mia's crying half the time and throwing toys against different stuff. It is a freaking madhouse. No one wants to see that, right? Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know, right? Yeah, people would love that, I guess. It's relatable, but like, I'm not ready for it myself. Like, I haven't got the time to even have the phone to record it. A lot of you guys can relate, right? You understand it, right? But anyway, like the personal stuff, like tell stories about what happened. Oh, I remember when this happened to me, right? Like tell the jokes, tell the things that have happened to you, tell the stories that have happened to you. Talk about your dating life if you're open enough for that. Talk about your marriage if you're open enough for that. Talk about some of the secrets that you have that aren't like crazy secrets, but they're just stuff that people would get to know about you. Tell people your favorite football team. Tell people your favorite meal. Tell people your favorite travel destination. Like just tell if it's handbags, tell them why Louis Vuitton is your favorite brand, like your story and why it relates to you. Tell them about your grandchildren or your grandparents. Like, do it whenever you can, because people like people. Chris, I love it. People like people who are like them. People like people who are like them. It's called relatability. Or they like people who they want to be like. So if you have experiences that other people want to have, they'll like you, because they want to have that themselves. So people like you because they like you already. People like you because they just like you, or people like you because they want to be like you. Okay? So yeah, and vulnerability is part of personal stuff as well. And the more people tune into your personal stuff, and the more people hear that repeated, the more they'll start to like that about you, because they'll start to feel, I know this person super well, and I like this person, but that's not enough for them to trust you, like for you to trust them. So the next type of post, I'm calling it inspo, but it's inspirational. And guys, we'll probably be about another 20 minutes just for timekeeping, for those of you who need to know timekeeps. Inspirational content is when you start talking about wins. Not just wins that you've had, but wins that you've helped other people have, or wins from other people who are on a similar journey to you. So your wins are obvious, right? Your product win, your business win, milestone posts are really good for this. Just write it down, milestone posts. Milestone posts are when you have anniversaries in the business. Or, for example, on the 9th, I think it was the 9th of September, 2023, that was the day that, let me see if I've got a photo now. Okay, it's going to take me too long to find it. The 9th of September 2023 was the day that I came off stage at an event in Paris, right? I came off a stage at the event there. What was it called? Palais de Congrès. Palace du Congrès, but with a French accent, Palais de Congrès, right? With a French accent, it sounds a little bit cooler than that. French accent, freaking cool, right? So I come off the stage and I felt like a fraud because I was huge. Like I had so much inflammation from just a long time of poor diet, bad choices, and a summer, like my first summer off for a long time where I was having, like, I think I had brownies and steaks with all the bits and all the sauces and all the sides, like literally for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like it was bad. I must have had kilos of brownies every single day. Anyway, so I come off stage. I tell Braden, the videographer, said, put the camera on. I'm documenting this because I feel like a fraud. I'm teaching success, and I feel like a massive failure. I've got to document it. And I did that. And from that moment onwards, I decided to go to the gym, do more steps, eat cleaner, track my calories. From that moment onwards, I literally weigh all my food when I'm at home. Like the amount of yogurt, like this morning I had 200 grams or 202 grams of Greek yogurt, 71 grams of raspberries. I weigh everything, like everything is weighed when I'm at home. When I'm traveling, impossible. I'm not going to say to someone, excuse me, how many grams of chicken was in that meal? About 200, I think. No, I need to know exactly, like whatever, right? And the weight started coming off, right? So I shared that story, and it was inspirational for a lot of people. I talked about it at Dare to Dream in 2024, and it inspired a lot of people to go on a similar journey. So it could be my inspirational story. And by the way, a milestone is on the 9th of September, 2025, like when that's going to come in 4 months' time or whatever, 3.5 months' time, I'll be able to make a post. 2 years ago, I made one of the most important decisions in my life. It's a milestone. You can talk about the anniversary of when you made a big decision to join the business, the anniversary of when you lost your first 10 kilos, the anniversary of when you got your first success in your business, anniversary of when you met your business, like your let's say the one that you recruited who became your bestie in the business, your best friend in the business, the anniversary of when you met your partner and everything changed, the anniversary of an event that you went to. There's so many milestones that you can do that are moments of inspiration that you don't talk about. Because like no one's going to be bothered. People are bothered. But why should someone care that I've gone from fat to thin? They care. It's inspiring. Why should they care about when I met my friend Sharon 3 years ago and everything changed for me? They care. They care. So share those inspirational moments. They can be your stories. They can be stories of customers, team members, or of stories of other people's customers and team members that you've heard at from an event. And the last piece of content is the most important one that people aren't doing. Conversational. 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 Conversational content. Maria talked about handbags, and I actually have an interest in weirdly. I don't know how the hell I know exactly how it's happened. Svetlana's brainwashed me. I'm a great believer for have a healthy relationship, whether it's friendship or partnership. Like you should genuinely have an interest in what your partner has an interest in. So Svetlana has a huge interest also in handbags, right? Therefore, when she's like talking about these handbags, instead of me going, oh, what a waste of money, I don't have that because I have an abundance mindset. Like, how can I expect to want a nice watch if I think that having a nice handbag is a load of rubbish, right? Like, so I'm genuinely interested in it, right? So let's take that example. And again, I need you to understand that you can talk about absolutely anything because the goal is to feed the beast. The beast being conversations and connections. So let's take handbags, for example. A conversational post would be, guys, I've hit a big milestone in my business and I'm going to buy a new handbag. My budget is $500, let's just say. What bag would you get? Now, this can be a written post in your stories or on your feed, or it could be as a reel. But the idea is that the girls, the community, the followers, the friends are going to give their perspective. Why? Because they've seen you talk about handbags. They've seen you talk about your personal life and journey around handbags and just your life in general. You've started talking about the business and how you've hit different milestones, and now, bang, you're asking them. 7 people then say you should get this handbag, this handbag, this handbag, this handbag. Then you're going to message them, right? What we talked about in the previous bit. Comments on your posts. So now you're going to reach out to those people and you're going to say, hey, do you have that handbag? What do you think? You start a conversation. Handbag, 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 handbag. Hey, weird one. Would you be open to checking out some information on a game-changing business that's allowing me to buy all these handbags on the side? No worries if not. I just thought I'd ask. Yeah, sure. We've gone from talking about handbags to an online business. There's always a way. I'm trying to think of some of the other examples, like Formula One. You talk about Formula One. You talk about your story about Formula One. You inspire around the business or the product that you use. It doesn't have to be linked to Formula One in that example. Conversation. Super excited this year for this Formula One. Which team's going to win? Now, the people who are going to engage, they've been following you and watching you because you've been talking about this stuff all the way. It's not like you go, right, being a mum, personal development, holidays, fashion, food. Hey guys, if you were going to join a business today, which one would you join? No one's going to comment on that. Does this make sense? Mia's crying like crazy, so I just want to make sure it's like a I'm tired bedtime cry and not like I've hurt myself cry. Oh yeah, that was a, no, I'm not ready for bed. Or I am ready. I am super ready, but I don't think I'm ready. And that, some of you guys understand that. All right, so here we go. So conversational content. So my next dare for you outside of the 100 presentation challenge, my next dare for you is to create a conversation. I'll give you a framework actually. To create a conversational piece of content every week, like once a week, with the idea that you're going to get so good at them that you're going to be able to have 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 conversations based on this post every single week, which, by the way, will overwhelm you. But I would rather you be overwhelmed with an abundance of conversations than a lack of conversations. Okay? So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. 3 educational posts, 2 personal posts, 1 inspirational posts, 1 conversational post. 3, 2, 1, boom. You'll also notice that's 3, 5, 6, 7. That's Monday to Sunday. Does it have to be in that order? No. You can do whatever order you want. If one week you do 5 educational posts and no personal posts, doesn't matter. It's just an idea, right? For those of you who are like, I don't know what to post, when to post, how to post, da, 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 da. Now, some of you guys are going to post once a week. Then it's going to take you a long time to get the conversational post out there. So, educate, 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 personal, personal, inspire, conversational post, boom. And every week, you will get better and better and better. You'll get better at social media, and you'll get better at doing the presentations, and you'll get better at understanding people because you're having conversations in the messenger where the money's made, you're having presentations, and you're obviously doing social media. All right? This making sense? Before we move on to our last part? The last part will be fairly quick. Can the inspirational post be just like a quote? It can be a quote, but I would rather you read the quote and like share why that quote has had an impact on you. I remember when I first heard this quote 3 years ago when I got started on my entrepreneurial journey, and it's amazing how one sentence can make so much of a difference for you. Like, for example, I could do a 2-hour, 3-hour seminar on these quotes behind me. They've been behind me for years now. Right? Like I could tell you when I saw that quote and what it meant for me. I could tell you when I heard this from my granddad, treat everyone like a someone. And I could tell you exactly the moment everything changed. Like, it's not just a quote. There's a story behind every single thing, which is then inspiring. All right? So, ready for part 4? How much a day should you post on it? It's up to you. You can post twice a day, 3 times a day, once. I would set the standard of once a day until you're making 6 figures from your network marketing business, and then you can choose whether to scale back or scale forward. Until then, you don't have the right to not do less than 1 post a day, unless you're having 100 conversations in the messenger every day. You're not. One day you might, but right now you're not, because that's a lot of work, I'll just say. All right, what time of day is best to post? Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You would benefit plus minus 10%. It just doesn't matter. What I would say, the best time to post is the best time to post is the time that makes best sense for you. To not get stressed out. But like, oh, I'm not posting now. I've got to wait till 7 o'clock. Then you miss 7 o'clock. It's 7:07 and you're like, I missed it. I'll post it tomorrow instead. No. If it's 7 a.m., post it. Whatever. Okay? Whatever. When it comes to call to action, I'm going to say something that if you're a long-term thinker, you'll benefit from it. If you're a short-term thinker, you might want to ignore what I'm going to say. And I think the majority of you guys are longer term. I'm not too bothered about having call to actions because I just trust the process. Like, I don't have call to actions. Like, I've done a bunch of posts recently where I've had no call to actions, and I don't really care because I know that if someone watches my stuff and they go, I freaking liked that, they'll check out my profile, they'll watch 3 or 4 pieces of content, and they'll make a decision to follow and friend and connect, whatever. I don't feel like I need to say, follow for more. Or I don't feel like I need to say, message me. Or I don't feel like I need to say that. And that's not me being like, oh, because I've already got loads of followers. I feel like if you know let your consistency outperform the call to actions. Just the people who really are grabbed by your message, your authenticity, your education, your tips, your tricks, your inspiration, if it's the first time they're seeing you, they're going to come and check you out for more. All right? So. Whoa! There we go. Okay, number 4. Lives, reels, stories. Lives, reels, stories. Guys, has this been worth more than $37 that you paid for an all access pass? I'm curious. I'm just curious. Because I know like that the landscape of investing in yourself has definitely changed, right? We're a little bit more, I would say when it comes to investing in ourselves now, since the beginning of 2024 till now, people, they think about what they're spending their money on a lot more these days. It's really interesting, especially from like the coaching space. Every single coach that I know in every industry is noticed the same. Instead of being like, yeah, take my money, it's not that we try and make it like that. It's just super interesting. It's just super interesting how like the numbers have just been completely different. And that's why you'll find that a lot of people who were coaching people 2-3 years ago are no longer coaching people. They're pivoting, they're changing like the industries that they're trying to help because they just can't make it work. It's super, super, super interesting. All right, let's go. Lives, reels, stories. I've already written it out. Why have I written it twice? Here we go. All right. Real quick, I appreciate you guys. Big love. It's so cool. Such a good group. You guys are awesome. All right, lives. Go live daily. I know some of you have just gone, oops, sorry, it slipped. I didn't know that was going to happen. I know. Now, the reason why I say go live daily is to build the confidence and the skill that you can go live daily. So my challenge for you, and I don't want to give too many dares where it's like, Jesus, Fraser, that's like being back in school and having homework for every single topic. So go live for 30 days in a row with the sole intention of building the skill and confidence of going live. No other purpose, just I'm going to go live. It could be for 3 minutes a day. But just so that you, after 30 days, people might start saying, you've changed, like from the first one to the last one, you've changed. And be excited about that. Not, I've changed. Oh my God. Vid said I've gone live 147 days so far. Amazing. Go on a winning streak. But go live daily. And I think the second thing I've got for you here is this is kind of contradicting to what I've just mentioned before about like, I'm not too bothered about the call to action. But if you are doing a live, right? If you're doing a live, then like, don't be afraid to have an authentic call to action. Like what Michelle does. She's like, hey guys, for those of you who want the recipe, just go to thebreakfastshow.net. And she holds up a piece of paper that has thebreakfastshow.net written on it. So good. And she just mentions it every like 2 minutes. It's a call to action, but it's not like, so you've reached the end of this video. Please follow me for more information. Otherwise, I'll be gone forever. And you're not going to want that because you're going to lose out. Like, so go live every day. And if you're going to go live every day, just remember around the educational piece, just have like 5 to 10 topics and just keep repeat. Like topic one around your interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Okay? And remember, I think it was Michelle who said this as well, big companies don't change their ads. Like they change their ads like 1 to 2, maybe 3 times a year. So you don't change your ad. Right? You just say that, the same call to action every single time. Like, hey, for those of you who want the recipe, go to this link. For those of you who want more information, go to this link. For those of you who want to start a conversation, message me. Whatever, right? Now, with lives, don't worry about the time. I have this tripod, and I'm trying so hard. It's against everything of my personality, but I'm trying so hard to take this everywhere I go. Like, seeing people in the gym with one of these things makes me want to be sick. The idea of going into the gym with one of these things myself makes me actually vomit, right? Like I just start going downstairs in this apartment building and I'm like, I'm getting a nosebleed. Like, why am I getting a nosebleed? I don't actually get a nosebleed. But like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? So the reason why is the more times you can go live, the more call to actions you can have. The more call to actions you can have, the more people you can start a conversation with. And again, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because I've just mentioned I don't really want to do the call to actions. But if I was doing what you guys are, if I'm in the situation that you're in right now, in the field right now, I will want to have my face showing up every single minute of every single day. Because if it's not showing up, people don't see me. If it is showing up, they're seeing me. An example of this is I got asked the other day about my email list. So we have an email list of about 100,000 people, close to 100,000 people, which is wild. And whenever we send an email out, we get about 30 to 40,000 people open the email, which is ridiculous amount of people who are opening an email. And I get a lot of people say like, oh, isn't email dead? Or I don't open emails. Yeah, but every time you wake up in the morning and you do that, like how many of you guys, give me a little wave if you've got an iPhone, right? And like, I don't know how it is on Android, but then you wake up in the morning, you grab your phone, it says 7:07, right? And you open it and you see all the notifications and loads of them are emails. You don't have to open the emails to see my name. And when you see my name, guess what that does? Yeah, that's that Frazer guy. He's still there. He's still going. He's still doing it. And then you go on social media. Oh, there he is. There he is. There. I'm not going to watch his content. I'm not going to watch that 18-minute live, but he's still there. I don't care if you read them or not. I care that you see the name, you see the face, You see the smile. Like that's what matters. And it's having that same philosophy on your social media, so that every time someone comes on social media, they go, there's that frickin' Laurie girl again. There's Jane. Petra's there again. There's my French friend, Claire. Like, and you're like, yeah, ah. And they're like, yeah. So, Reels, signature series. I would highly recommend watching back the interview with Melissa Brooks about, to be honest with you, even better, just go on to Melissa's Facebook or Instagram and just watch some of the reels that she's doing, because the level of confidence she's like, if you'd spoken to her a year or so ago, you'd be like, what the heck? Like, it's so authentic, it's so real, and it's so well done. And it's not that difficult to do the same thing. Melissa Brooks, Brooks like mine without the ES. So it's like Brooke, it's not got an E, sorry. So it's Brooks. Oh, that felt weird saying that. B-R-O-O, because I was like B-R-O-O-K-E-S. So B-R-O-O-K-S. Oh, wild. All right, anyway. So the signature series with the reels, absolutely love that. The key to reels is 2 words. Relatable and shareable. Relatable and shareable. How many of you, drop a 3 in the chat if you are, or you have someone who sends reels to people. Meaning, you're scrolling, you watch a reel and you go, oh my God, Sarah's got to see that. And you share that reel with someone, right? Svetlana and I do it. Like, I swear, Svetlana and I, our Instagram messenger is just interior design, handbags, football, quotes, business. Like, it's just funny stuff, parenting stuff, like, all the time. It doesn't mean everyone does it, but the goal of a reel is for people, right? Exactly, comedian stuff. My friend Jimmy, he sends me dark humor. Like, it's all he sends me, and it's like, Jimmy, stop. It's too much, man, right? So anyway, that's just what he likes, right? But people, with reels, people need to watch it and go, oh my days, that's so true, and share it to someone they think about. Or, oh my days, that's so funny, Mary has to hear about that. Or, oh my days, I was just talking about that to my friend Brian, so they send it to Brian. That's the key. And again, with reels, start conversations with the people who are engaging. There's no point in creating content if you're not going to follow up on the engagement. Because content is king, but engagement is queen, right? And the queen rules the house. The queen rules the kingdom. Queen is very important, right? And then stories. This is probably the thing that we need to work on the most. Show your products every day. Show your products every day. So imagine that this is my product. Like, what's in here is my product, right? Every single day, I should be videoing me drinking the product on a story. I should be making what's in it. So let's say it's a sachet. I should be doing like a time lapse. I'm showing it. If you have like a service based, I would video yourself with like a time lapse again, going on the computer and just doing my daily check-ins. So people don't need to know what's in it, what's the benefits, all of that. They just need to know that you're doing something, so that the curiosity gets the better of them, for them to then check out a little bit more. So it's showing the products of it. If you've got a wearable thing like a skincare product, then doing your skincare routine every day. If you take an energy drink, showing the energy drink every single day. Like, just come up with something. Like, if it's an energy drink and it's a can, you'd be like, hey, it's that time again. Cheers. Boom. Right? There's a YouTube channel, one of the biggest YouTube channels in the world, probably like top 5 YouTube channels. It's called Dude Perfect. If you've got kids who are like age 10 to 20, ask them, do you know Dude Perfect? They'll be like, yeah, why? They do like all these like funny trick shots. And they say at the end of every video, I don't know what they say, but it's like, nod it, pound it, whatever. So they have this thing that they do at the end of each video, which has become like a part of their brand. I don't know what it is, but I just remember them saying it like on every video that I watched a few years during COVID, basically. So like you would video and you'd be like, it's that time again, and you would just literally like open the can or pour the drink in, cheers it to the camera, and drink it. That's all you have to do for people to then see that story, for you then to then start a conversation with them. If you want to talk about the benefits, you can talk about the benefits, right? It's completely up to you, but mention the product every single day in the stories. Doesn't have to sell it, you just mention it, whether you're drinking it, whether you're using it, whether you're promoting it, whether you've got an offer on it, whether you're telling a story about it. And that's the next point, is tell success stories about the product. Hey, you guys know that I drink this green tea every single day. All my days, I introduced it to a friend of mine, and my friend grew a third leg. She couldn't believe it. Like, obviously, like, that didn't actually happen. If it didn't happen, don't tell it, right? But like, you know, Pet's just walking around with like, I've got 3 legs. Like, oh my God, that green tea, right? Like, just share it, right? And remember, all of this, the only real, and this is stories, right? So I wouldn't really mention the product. I wouldn't really mention the product in my feed. I don't, unless I'm doing lives and this product is here all the time and I'm drinking it and like, hey, for those of you asking what's in the tea, it's my secret weapon, right? But I wouldn't be like going live and going, hey guys, today I want to talk to you about my special secret weapon. I don't feel there's a need to do that. The reach on it will be absolutely crappy. You won't be able to duplicate it as much, I don't feel, because people just don't want to be selly in front of their friends and family on social media. So remember, the whole point of this... Oh, no. There we go. Let me drag. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we? Oops. No matter what you do, with the educational, the personal, the inspirational, the conversational, the reels, the lives, the stories, whatever it is that you've learned and you've really taken action on the Content and Conversion Summit, no matter what you're doing, the whole goal is to bring new connections, to start conversations, to then invite people, inform them, serve them, and launch them. That is what you've got to do. Conversations every day, presentations every week, and work on leadership development consistently. All right? So I appreciate you guys. I was just 10 minutes over what I was expecting. Not too bad for me, that. Usually we go way beyond. So I appreciate you guys. Real quick before we go, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, 2 things. The next, for those of you who are watching this in May, we tend to do something like every other month. So in June, we're not going to be doing any workshops or anything. We're actually launching the, let me show you this. How many of you guys have read these books? They've been out of stock for a long time. Let's just say way too long. So it's been an absolute nightmare because of deliveries and stuff for us to print more and send these around the world. So what we're doing in the next 2 weeks, we have made this a digital version, made this a digital version, made this a digital version, and we've got the recordings of them. Like the audio books, so people will be able to get the digital version and the audio version of all 3 of these books. We have them in, not all of them in French. I think we've got all of them in French, this one in Polish, this one in German, and these 2 in Spanish. So people will be able to get the books and stuff, digital versions and the audio versions in the next couple of weeks. And then in July, we are going to do the first. Audio is me. I'm reading the book. I couldn't let someone else read it. It would just feel weird. In July, we will be doing an AI challenge. So for those of you who want to major in AI to be able to create better content, to be able to start better conversations and stuff, we will be doing an AI challenge. No one's ever done one before. I think it's like a 10-day thing, like one part of AI every single day for 10 days so that you can master it. So that's going to be super cool. The last thing is, if you are a top earner or a top performer, meaning you've recruited a lot of people, or you've sold a lot of products personally, or you have a decent sized team and you do this full time, and you would like to write a book with me. Now that sounds wild. Then we are doing a book collaboration. I think we have like maybe a week left or so, but we're doing a book collaboration. I'm going to post it on socials tomorrow. But we're doing a book collaboration where we have 20 different people. Everyone writes one chapter, and we write one whole book about network marketing. We help you write the book. We help you do it all. We give you loads of copies of the books as well. So if you're interested in co-authoring a book with me and maybe like 15, 20 other top performers, then message me on Instagram at Frazer Brookes Online. And yeah, we will be able to make that happen. All right. So big love to each and every single one of you. I will see you all real soon, hopefully in July in the AI challenge. And if you do see the digital versions of the books, be sure to get one and tell your team to do the same. All right, big love. Mwah. Kisses to you all. And I will see you very soon. All right.